How Fund and Grow help create million-dollar businesses with credit card. That's the topic for today's episode, and without further ado, let's dive in. Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode at Novarise Invest. For those who are tuning in for the first time, this is your channel for real estate education. So today it's a very exciting episode. We managed to finally get all the way down from New York to Florida to meet the Fund and Grow team right here. And with us is Jason, the COO of Fund and Grow. Jason, welcome to the channel.
Thanks for having me. Thanks for coming down.
Yes. And we're really excited to be here. We know we're really busy, and we really appreciate you making the time for us today.
Absolutely. I'm glad that you were able to come down. We're excited.
Amazing. Many years in the talks, many years in the works, and then we finally get to see each other face to face.
Yes. Fruition.
Yeah, great stuff. Yep. So, Jason, we've interacted over a couple of years, and we've learned to get to know our customers in and out, and sort of like, grow together in that phase. But we do have some new viewers who are joining our channel every single day, and they have never heard about Fund and Grow. And so we wanted to take this opportunity to, introduce what the company does, and also to our existing viewers who haven't gotten the chance to watch any of the Fund and Grow episodes. We wanted to take this opportunity to do kind of like a refreshing of what is it that you guys do. So without further ado, I'm just gonna go ahead and ask you the very first question. Okay. What is it that you do, and what type of customers come your way looking for your services?
Yeah, so Fund and Grow, we help any small business. Whether you're looking to get into be an entrepreneur yourself, start a business, scale your business, whatever you're looking to do, Fund and Grow is here to help you financially. The number one thing that small business owners run into, the one issue that causes them to either fail or not want to start up is money. It's capital, along with knowledge and things like that. Well, Fund and Grow is going to take care of all that for you. Fund and Grow is here to get you 0% interest business credit that you can use in non-traditional ways, such as purchasing real estate, purchasing auto, supplies for your e-commerce stores, trucks, different things like that typically you can't go and swipe a business credit card for.
That's great. And some of our viewers who already try your services are doing wonders. A lot of them are actually purchased their second, third property. Some of them even started businesses with credit cards. But for those who are actually very brand new, sometimes the idea of thinking about a credit card and going to a bank and swiping it for a mortgage might seem a bit unreal. So can you just explain at a very high level how, when you become creative, you can in fact truly leverage those type of fundings that they get through the business credit cards?
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of our clients and a lot of people that are coming through and hearing about Fund and Grow have the same question. Yeah. There's no way that you can buy a house with a credit card. Actually, there is. You just got to do a little workaround. We have a partner that we use, and we have our clients go and use, that you could actually use the credit card to wire funds over to the closing attorney or the escrow account at 2.85%. So that money would be able to be sent over to that account, and you'd be able to purchase it as a cash buyer for 2.85%. I mean, if you're looking at a hard money loan or even a loan like that, you're looking at interest right off the top. You've got anywhere between 12 and 20% of 0% that you can pay these accounts down and not lose any money.
Yes, completely agree with you. And just to add to the benefit, aside from the low rates, sometimes even 0% rates, business credit doesn't appear on your FICO score, which it's huge when it comes to accessing to the most funding available out there, right?
Yeah, a lot of people, especially during startups, they're going to use their personal credit to fund their business. Right there, if they go over 35% of the limit, their personal credit score is going to drop.
Right.
And they're mixing their business and personal finances, which just it doesn't make sense to do, because you're hurting yourself personally. You're not going to be able to get that loan personally, or if you're looking for a mortgage or an auto loan personally, you're not going to be able to get a good interest rate because your debt to income is going to be way off. But really, it's all business expenses.
Right, right. I like the versatility of your services. It could just go so many ways. It's not just about real estate. I know this is a real estate channel, but if you have a business, like Jason mentioned, if you have a startup, we were talking about it earlier, even people who have truck companies and stuff like that, they look for alternative ways of funding, especially with everything that's been happening, you know, over the past year. With the SBA loans, some businesses don't qualify, and have come to you looking for funding just to, you know, help their businesses stay afloat. And not only they manage to stay afloat, some of them even expand it, right? So we talked about earlier, you mentioned something about how much you guys grew over the last year. Like you've hit the highest amount of funding over the last 12 months or something like that. So can you just share a little bit about that with us?
Yeah, a couple of months ago, we hit $19 million in funding in 1 month.
Amazing.
19 million. I mean, it's huge. It's our biggest month ever. During that month, we actually had $5 million in the week. That's an average of $1 million a day for our clients. We're really out here to help. We really truly care about each and every person that comes through, and we care about them as a person and also their business. We don't want to see anybody fail with their business. We want to see people be their own boss and not have to go to work and work for somebody else. We want them to be able to take the money that they need and to grow themselves and become financially stable and get that financial freedom that everybody's really looking for.
Completely agree. Imagine that. Usually we see a lot of businesses or even real estate investors who have these amazing ideas, all this energy, and the only one thing that's stopping them, it's the limit on their credit or the limit on their funding, or perhaps they max out all of the mortgages, but they have that urge to continue to keep growing and do more. And that's a very niche product that you guys provide and help them get through that hurdle and continue to grow financially as well. So on that note, for those who are actually interested, because when I hear $5 million in average, I'm thinking, hey, I want to be that person as well. What can they expect when they come to you? Like, how's the process like? What do you require from them in order to qualify to work with you guys?
So we can help anybody. To get funding in what we say 3 to 4 weeks, you have to be good in as far as your personal credit report. We're looking for a 720 plus on the score. Now the score is not everything. I could have a 720, you could have a 720, and there could be two completely different credit reports, right? What we do is we pride ourselves on the customer service that we provide for our clients 100%. And what I mean by that is we want to make sure that everybody is where they need to be and they continuously grow their personal credit by getting them into that lendable position to build that business credit, right? Business credit is personally guaranteed. So the banks are going to look at the personal credit reports along with the business credit report, how long the business has been open, which we can help establish you a business as well. But what to expect when coming to Fund and Grow is great customer service, and expect us to get you into that best lendable position before we even go into funding. A lot of clients come in, they think, I'm ready to go. And we coach them into getting into a better situation personally, so we can get them up to that $50,000 to $250,000 as quickly as we possibly can.
Yeah, it's all about how to make yourself irresistible to the lenders. That's what I like to call it. You can be in a good position, but why go in when you're in a good position? Why not go in when you're in a great position? So that way you can max out on all of those applications and get as much funding as possible right from the get-go.
Right. Yeah, it's huge. I mean, we have a 12-month membership. We want to make sure that you're getting every minute of that 12-month membership. We're going to make sure that you are, our goal is obviously to get you the business credit, right? But another side goal of ours is to get everybody into the 800s on their credit score. That way you get the lowest interest if you need to buy a house or if you need to get a car for your personal lives, and make sure that we're setting you up not just for the 12 months, but for the many years to come after that, so that your business can thrive and you can thrive personally.
Wow, so that's amazing. You're getting more than a 2-for-1. So you get to learn how to take care of your credit, grow it even more, and at the same time get access to funding to fund your business, your real estate endeavors, and at the same time learn how to do this long term so that they are great on their own even after building that relationship with Fund and Grow. It's like you guys are truly teaching them how to fish.
Absolutely. We'll hold your hand the whole time. That's really what we're here to do. From the day that you sign up with us, we're going to hold your hand all the way through the process to get you to applications.
Amazing.
We're going to hold your hand after the applications, after the negotiations, and we're going to keep giving you the path to get to more funding. We go through multiple rounds of funding, which means we're going to apply multiple times throughout your 12-month membership. And we're going to make sure that we do that in a timely manner and make sure that you know what the program and what the process looks like, so that there's no hidden secrets or anything like that. We share everything with you. And that's really the biggest benefit of the Fund and Grow membership, is the $250,000 up to the $250,000 in business credit, and also the learning experience that you're going to go through.
Wow, this is amazing. Thank you so much for sharing, Jason. So you mentioned 250. Is that 250,000 a hard number? Is that like the max that people can get? Or?
No, it's not. We advertise between 50,000 and 250,000. It all depends on the person's profile, on the personal and on the business. Nick Perry's actually one of our clients. He's signed up for us for a third time, I believe.
Wow.
He's up to $453,000 in 0% interest business funding. Amazing. He was actually able to 10x his business.
Wow, amazing. This is great news. Now, Jason, your team, it's going to be readily available, waiting for everybody. If you're looking for funding, this is the place to work with. This is the team that you need to be getting in touch with so that you can maximize those funding. So for those who are ready to jump on the call or send you an email and sign up, can you walk through us a little bit as to what they need to do in order to make the most out of the phone call, and then possible next steps that they can expect?
Absolutely. You would definitely want to talk to one of our business development team members before you sign up. And the reason behind that is they're going to be able to pull a pre-qual on you. They'll be able to look and see exactly what you qualify for and where we want to go with your membership before you even sign up. They're going to give you that detailed plan. Once you sign up with us, expect an email from us. You'll be able to log in. You'll get your own client portal where you put in all of your personal information, your business information. If you have an existing business, if not a problem. We can help you create one. We'll create one for you. We'll use that for the funding as well. Once you fill out that information and sign the required documents, give us about 3 to 4 days to review your personal credit report. We'll send you a link out so you can schedule a call with our business consultants. They'll be able to give you that one-on-one information and break everything down for you so that you know exactly what to expect during that 12 months. But we're going to do an in-depth dive. So that's going to be a little bit more than what the business development team did for you. This is really going to break everything down. Once we're in that position, once you have that phone call, there's a few routes you can go. You can either go right into funding.
Okay.
If you're ready, if you're in that position to go. If not, we're going to coach you on what you need to fix. Some people need to make some pay down. Some people need to fix a few things on their credit report. No worries. We're going to make sure that you know how to do all of that. We're going to give you that game plan to do it. Once you're in that lendable position, you're going to be able to move forward into funding. Now that's where the fun begins for everybody. That's when we start to submit the applications and start to see the funding roll through. That process does take about 30 to 45 days. The initial day we're going to be submitting, we're going to have that phone call with you. We're going to tell you what banks we want to apply to. We're going to tell you where they're going to report, what the deal is. If we have to build your personal, you're going to learn about that before, but you're also going to hear about it on this phone call before the applications. You're going to know the game plan before we submit applications.
Great.
We're going to submit the applications for you. We're going to get any initial approvals that we have. We're going to communicate that with you. And then we're going to continuously follow up with the banks for that 30 to 45 days. It could take a little bit longer than that. If you are in that stage, make sure you're communicating with your account manager. Anything that you receive from the lenders, please forward that on to us so that we can get those accounts negotiated to a higher level, or if we need to overturn any initial declines, which does happen. It doesn't mean that you're going to stay declined. We'll be able to negotiate that for you. But whatever you receive from the lenders, please send it back over to us so that we can negotiate in a quick time frame. Because we are a 12-month membership, we want to make sure you're taking advantage of that whole 12 months. If we have to continue to chase each other, it's just going to take some time, and we don't really want to do that. So once we're done with that initial round of funding, that's when you're going to start to utilize the funding. You can utilize it with the third-party plastic to use that 2.85% to wire the funds over to an escrow account, or to buy that property as a cash deal, or just to do a down payment into the escrow account. Once you're doing that as well, we're going to ask you to remove the inquiries. Now, Fund and Grow cannot legally remove the inquiries for you, but what we can do is give you the tools to do so. We're going to send over a credit coaching package where it's going to explain from start to finish on how to remove the inquiries. We also have an affiliate credit repair company, Kadem Credit Help, that we can send you over to. That is an extra fee, but they're going to do all the work for you, just like Fund and Grow is doing all the work for you to get the funding. Now we're going to wait about 3 or 4 months while you utilize that funding, closer to 4, and then we're going to go through more rounds of funding. Now we want to make sure that the business accounts that you used, you can use them at 100%. You can max them out. You remember, your payment's going to be at about 1% of the balance that you put on the accounts. But before the round of funding, we want to make sure that your business accounts are paid down to about 40-45%, and your personal accounts are paid down to about 30 to 35%. That's going to put you in the best lendable position to move forward and build off of that first round. So each round that we go after, you could possibly get 3 rounds of funding in this program, and we continuously build off of each round of funding.
That sounds amazing. Very thorough. So thank you for explaining and walking everybody through with it. I did notice a common theme, and that's communication, right? So communication has to flow both ways. And so there's a saying in Spanish, go help yourself and then I'll help you. So if you are trying to make the best out of this relationship, you also have to make sure that the communication is flowing for both ends. The team in Fund and Grow will be reaching out to you, but every time you receive a notification, that's going to be, legally be sent over to you. So any notification that you get from the bank, any emails whatsoever coming directly from the bank, you should be reaching out to Fund and Grow just that they know what to look out for, and also be on the lookout for what can come up down the road. Another theme that I also picked up on is that sometimes you could get denied your credit application from the very beginning. And I can see why some people can get disappointed, especially if they're trying to get themselves up from the ground up, and they've been having a little challenge, and maybe when they experience that with Fund and Grow, they're kind of like, oh my God, yeah, I knew this was going to happen. Fear not. What happens typically, and this is something that Kevin explained it to me at the beginning when we were, building up our relationship, is that sometimes if your behavior on your FICO doesn't typically go as the person who applies for 3, 4, 5 credit cards in one shot, that's a red flag. And not necessarily a bad red flag, it's just that the lenders typically don't see that type of behavior with you. And what they're trying to do is they blocked your application or they decline it for security reasons. And then they reach back out to you just to verify, hey, is that truly you? Are you the one really applying for this? Or is it some kind of like scammer looking to just benefit off your hard work and your credit? Is that correct?
Yeah, and let's be honest, there's a lot of that out there right now. There's a lot of scammers out there. I'm sure you're getting the phone calls. We were just talking about it before. And the banks want to protect you. Same thing goes with us. We're going to make sure that all of your information with us is 100% safe. We are secured. This building 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We got the best IT team in the world. We want to make sure that everybody's information is safe, but also the banks. The banks don't want to, obviously they don't want to give out a fraudulent credit card.
Right.
So they want to double check everything before they're going to approve an application. So the accounts may come back and they may say, well, declined due to unverifiable information.
Right.
It doesn't mean that the information was put wrong in the application. You can do it yourself. You can submit an application yourself. The banks could come back and say that. They just want to talk to you. They want to make sure that these applications are legit. You know, they're not fraudulent in any way. That's why we need that communication back and forth.
Right.
A lot of the lenders will send out emails or letters. They'll have reference codes on there, and that's the code that you're really looking for
Right.
to when you call back in and talk to the underwriter or the fraud department, and that's when we take over and start talking to the underwriters to try and get those initial approvals or the initial declines up as high as we possibly. To follow up on a little bit on what you said is we go through multiple rounds of funding, like I mentioned before, to build off of each round. So the first round of funding, especially for somebody who doesn't have any business credit to begin with, may not be, $250,000. May not be $150,000. We have to start somewhere. And that's kind of where we build and get into that, anywhere between 20, 60,000. It could be a little bit less, could be a little bit more, but you have to trust the process. We've been doing this for over 14 years. We know what it takes to get the business funding. We're going to show you, we're going to walk you through it. We're going to hold your hand the entire way, but do not get discouraged throughout the process. Let it play out. Let the whole thing play out. We'll get you to where you're looking to be.
Amazing. Thank you so much for sharing. Now you know exactly what to expect, so that way we'll give you an idea how to prepare for the conversation. And this is just to set expectations to kind of like help everybody to understand what to expect. Every situation is different. And that's why you have such a large team to customize every single steps that each of one of your clients will need to be part of this journey. If you got approved for the very first time, congratulations, that's great. But if you didn't for the first time, that doesn't mean that it's all bad news. It just simply means that you're off to a slow start, but then you will eventually get there. We've had some of our students actually work with you guys, and that happened to a few of them, and they were a bit scared at the beginning, but then after that, once everything got cleared up, they were just happy. They just kept on sending us picture of their houses and the flippings that they were doing. So we truly believe in your product. We've actually tested your product before, and so we know you guys are big on communication. So communication is always key. This is a relationship. Think of it as it's kind of like a marriage, or if you don't communicate well with your spouse, the marriage will be broken. And it's the same thing with business, especially within real estate or any business in general. It's all relationship based. So if you focus on the relationship, and you guys are really key on that as well, then I don't see any reasons why the relationship with our followers won't be a successful one.
Yeah, and really we're doing stuff every single day. That's my goal, is to better our customer service and our communication with our clients, because I believe that's the number one thing to have a successful business is customer service. It's one of our top priorities with all of our clients. That's how we were able to get on to Inc. 5000 6 years running. We're A+ with BBB. We've got over 2,400 positive reviews from all of our clients with a 4.9 star average, something we're very, very proud of, and we take a lot of pride in. We're working every single day to better our customer service and our communication. So it's definitely one of our top priorities.
Yeah, and I agree with you 100%. Your customer service is excellent. It's great. It's actually one of the very first thing I actually checked before reaching out to you. So I can attest for that for sure, that's what your number one priority is.
It absolutely is. It was our goal for this year to better it, and I think we're getting there pretty quickly.
Yeah, you certainly did. And speaking of which, Jason, you mentioned that all of our followers, they get a special discount, don't they?
Yeah, so we're definitely excited about that. We're offering a $500 discount to everybody watching this video right now. Now's the time to do it. Don't wait. Let us help you build your business. Let us help you fix your credit report. Let us help you with everything. We're going to hold your hand. We're going to coach you. We're going to teach you everything. So come enjoy that $500 discount. Look forward to working with you soon.
That is amazing. Here's the link right here on the screen and also down in the description box. So feel free to check it out. The team at Fund and Grow is definitely waiting for you, and just check it out.
Absolutely. Waiting for you.
So once again, you heard Jason. Don't leave for tomorrow what you can be doing today. Check out the link and they'll be waiting right here for you. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thanks.